Hello, hello, hello. This video is strictly about how to use the faculties of your mind. We have certain areas of our mind or faculties of our mind that encompass imagination, intuition, memory, reason, perception, and will. 6 of them. So today we're going to be talking about them and utilizing them. As we're talking about them, we're thinking about them. As you're thinking about them right now, you're activating them in your mind. Remember, they're spiritual faculties of the mind. You have your basic physical senses: touch, taste, smell, hearing, and sight. Those are your physical senses. Those are the senses we use in the everyday life, everyday getting around in the three-dimensional world. But the faculties of the mind are spiritual senses. So, when I was learning this by, who taught me this? This was from Bob Proctor. When I was studying Bob Proctor, he had mentioned we have faculties of the mind, and the best way to use them is to think of our desire and hit each one of those faculties of the mind. For example, let's say we're going to start off with 1, imagination. So you're going to imagine something in your mind, something you desire. Where is my sheet? I have something that I have here that I desire. Actually, a few things I desire, actually. So I'm going to just look at that and use my imagination. As I'm using my imagination, I'm using it, I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about what it is that I want in my imagination. Let me just use a few seconds for you there at home or whatever watching. Think of something you want right now. If you have a goal card, pull it out. If you have it at your fingertips, pull it out. If it's in your mind, think about it now. See, as you're thinking about it, you are also now using reason. It's another one of the faculties of the mind. Reason, your ability to think what's good and what's bad for you. So you're using reason to think with your imagination. You're using your will, that's another faculty, your willpower to hold it for at least more than 68 seconds. But you're using your willpower to hold that imagination that you've used reason to help you to expand your imagination. Now, as you're doing all of this process, you're now creating memories, future memories in your mind. You have past memories, which is that's the faculty of the mind, memory, but you're now using that memory to create future memories. This is all under the faculties of the mind. You're now using your memory. And then as you're creating that whole image, using the faculties of the mind to keep the image in your mind, to hold it with your willpower and your reason, now you're going to use your consciousness and look at your creation, your idea, your thought, your desire, your need, your want, your experience. You're looking at it. Take your mind to another angle. So you're looking at what it is you want from another perception, which is another faculty of the mind. Perception. You have one way you're looking at something, but now change perspective. Perception, so you can see it from another angle. You're exercising your mind. That's actually a very good exercise. See yourself sitting where you are, but then think of yourself sitting across from you. It does take some practice. It might feel uncomfortable, but try to see yourself in front of yourself using your imagination. Just change perception. change perspective, where you're looking at yourself from. You can do it. Ask anybody who you might know. It helps you to see in a different perspective. So when you're putting all those together, you're using your imagination, your intuition, your memory, your reason, your perception, and your will. You're using your 6 faculties of the mind. If you're able to at least exercise this once a day, simply just think of what it is that you want, what you desire, think about it, hold it in your mind, and just go through each of those faculties. Once again, for those of you in the back, you write them. Imagination, intuition, memory, reason, perception, and will. Willpower, will. Write those down. Show gratitude for them. Start saying to yourself, I'm using my imagination. I'm grateful for my intuition. Intuition is that feeling you get to make a move. Intuition is that feeling you get when you have an idea and you want to do something immediately, or you want to write it down. That's your intuition. It's like a hunch. You know, it's like, oh, I got a hunch. I got to do something. You'll get those instinctive, intuitive feelings when you're doing this process of using the faculties of your mind. Remember, these are the faculties of your mind. Then you have your physical senses. We're not talking about the physical senses because you already know them. I don't need to go into depth about them. You know what they are: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. That's elementary. But many people do not know the faculties of their mind and how to utilize them all at once. So I always like to let everyone know that I'm working with that when you start to think of an idea, you're using a faculty of your mind. So that way you can then go through each of the faculties of the mind, exercising them. Remember, the more you think of them, you're using them. Show gratitude for them. Even right now, if you've never heard of these before, sit down, take a few seconds, get out a pen and a paper, and just show gratitude for the using and the awareness of the faculties of your mind. That will be what might be considered your first rep, your first repetition. Oh, they're faculties of the mind and I could actually use them. Go through that process. Create an image of something you desire. Hold it with your will. That helps you to hold it to focus. Create a memory. When you're creating that memory, you're going to use your reason. As you're using your reason, change perspective. At any point in time, change perspective so you can see it from different angles. And then allow intuition to guide you to get it. And it all starts by simply acknowledging these faculties of the mind. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have any ways or suggestions you might have to illustrate this topic specifically, leave a comment. I love reading comments. So I gotta go. I don't want to talk too much, but you have the idea. Start using and activating the various faculties of your mind. Have a great day, and I love you guys. I really do. Have a great day.